Everyone, don't get anxious, get prepared. You're a career engineer right here and bringing you some great content to help you make your work more meaningful. I know at the time of me talking about this right now that, we're all in that space and place to get ready for a great celebration of thankfulness and blessings and mountains and getting over the mountains, right? Where we're thankful again. So we're going to have a great conversation today. I want to talk about really like how to make your work more meaningful. Like how about bringing some Thanksgiving to work? How about that? Thanksgiving at work. Great for the entrepreneur, definitely for the person in the workplace. But remember, find us everywhere right there, tcenow.com, tcenow.com. Where you can join our network. We're excited about the TCE network. Y'all check it out. And of course, sign up for our newsletter if you're not already getting that. You don't want to miss your weekly TCE career, life, and business news. I mean, why would you want to miss it, right? Why would you want to miss it? So let me just pop this up here. I can't talk today. Trying to find all my good stuff. Yeah, here's where we are. We're talking about this today, right? Thanksgiving at work, how to make our work more meaningful and powerful. So you guys know how we roll. I'm coming right back in a second to dive into this amazing content. Yeah, I told you, don't take me long to get here and to do what we need to do. So, again, make sure you check us out in all our places and spaces so you don't miss out on anything. And I mean anything. So, what can we do to make our work more meaningful today? I was on one of the television stations this morning, one of the affiliates of NBC and Fox, and talking about, the latest numbers that came out that shared in September because the JOLT report, which is, again, go to bls.gov, lots of great content about what's happening in the labor market and in the workforce, right? And that also, of course, connects to entrepreneurship because, people working, making money, they can buy your stuff. Okay. So they're all connected. But we had 4.4 million people quit. They quit, like they walked away in September. And the month before then, it was 4.3 million people quit, like walked away. I wonder, did they not feel that their work had meaning or value? So they said goodbye. So those of us who are still employed and want to stay employed, or maybe you're at the place and space and you're not ready to leave. I hit this on a couple of other, I think, shows. So definitely check out whatever you're watching us on. Definitely check out a previous episode to see what we're talking about. You don't have to quit just because everybody else is doing the great resignation. You may benefit if you stay. So for those of us who are going to stick around, I have a message to everyone that's currently working, the bosses, the employees, and you as the individual. So one of my first things I want to share to the folks that are making the decisions, to the hiring managers, to the bosses, right? Whatever we want to call them, there's probably another word that's more modern, but hey, the boss lady or the boss man. Here's something I think you really need to do because what we're finding is these folks that are jetting to somewhere else, they don't know where they fit in the big picture. I mean, value and vision are connected. People have to see their value. I mean, of course, there's an individual responsibility to this, but on the job, how do your folks know how valuable they are to the vision? I mean, maybe there's a huge corporate vision. There might be a regional vision. There might be a departmental vision. Or as the manager, what's your vision? I mean, please tell me you have one on the job and you can get your folks to buy into it because at the bottom line the team need to see it. They need to see where they fit in, right? It's hard to be what you can't see, right? How do I know what the goals are, what the expectations are? So they need to feel it and they need to know that they fit in. Yes, you should let folks know where they fit. Maybe someone did an exceptional job or they're handling a project or they're a part of the nuts and bolts of what makes things happen. Make sure you reinforce that and let folks know where they fit. Because I'm going to tell you, when you don't see your value or you don't see how your value fits into the vision, you know what you do? You leave. Now, this is true prior to this pandemic. What the pandemic did was bring so much to light, right? It just, we all got squeezed, right? And I always have this thing I've said, I may have said it on a previous broadcast, that you'll know what's inside of you when you squeeze. Like, if you take an orange and you just, a nice, juicy, gorgeous orange, and you squeeze it with all your might, what happens is whatever's on the inside of that orange is going to come out. It's going to come out. So that's what the pandemic did to us. We were squeezed a bit at all levels at the same time. And whatever was on the foundation, what was ever was on the inside, came out. And folks have dealt with that. They've seen it. It brought stuff to the top. And now, if they can't see, like now still, where they fit in, they're out of here. And don't believe me, believe the jobs report, the report from the Department of Labor that shared our 4.4 million. Number two, so to my talent, to the employee, yes, those of you who are working still, or even if you're getting ready to go somewhere, in the old days, and old days could be like 2 years ago, the way we're going, the way things are progressing so fast. Even most coaches or vocational folks, guidance counselors, would say, what are you passionate about? What do when of course, dream out loud. And I do some of this a little bit to you. Who are you? What do you bring is what I like to do. But, what are you passionate about? A lot of us went and did our profession based on what we're passionate about. Maybe I'm passionate about people. Maybe I'm passionate about passion. Oh, passionable. Ooh, what a word. Maybe I'm passionate about data. I mean, whatever is my thing, right? And a lot of us went to school or got certifications or training, and some things we're very passionate about. But there's a flip on that now. And this is even before this pandemic. I'm more of this, like, where can you contribute? Like, where do you contribute more? Like, where, when you get your satisfaction to make your work more meaningful, like, where do you feel you can contribute? I think that's a different conversation and a different why. Y'all know how big I am on why in terms of your vocation or your occupation. When I do this thing and I'm contributing, I feel the satisfaction of the contribution, right? So we need to also understand employees, talent, those of you working in places and spaces, even if you're volunteering somewhere or wherever you're investing your time, your talent, and your treasure. Meaningful work is more than just delivering your expertise, your knowledge, your experience, your degrees, your certifications, your know-how. It's deeper than that. It's also about having a feeling. I know I'm getting to my feelings here. I know I am, but this is important because as much as we love data and facts, you cannot ignore feelings. Feelings of stress is having folks quit. Feelings of satisfaction might keep people around. So this is about how you are satisfied with your contribution. And if you don't know, where you can contribute on the job you currently have, there's this magic word. It is so powerful. It's called asking. Yeah, like asking the boss or the person who signs your digital or paper time card, the person you report to, where can I contribute more? I don't feel, I mean, this is your responsibility, employee, because bosses can read your mail. They can't read your mind. Okay. They can't read your mind. So ask, where can I contribute more? Okay. Yes, I'm doing nuts and bolts. Yes, I'm on the fries today. But what's my contribution here on the fries? You do know people have gone from fries to CEO, right? You do understand that. Some of the most successful people on the planet started on the fries. I'm just saying, but they saw their vision and where they fit. So if you don't know where you're contributing or how to up the ante for your own personal satisfaction on the job, ask the questions: what, where, how can I contribute more? How can I make a difference? There could be things within your job description, but there could be also some things outside of it too. Yeah, I am saying that. Why? Job satisfaction. So you can see your fit in the process. Number three, which is again right back to us, you. Everything ain't them and their. Yeah, everything isn't they and them, y'all. I don't know why I'm tripping up on my words today. It's not always them and they. A lot of it is us, you, me, the person you're looking at on the phone when you take the selfie, right? So we have a part in this, and we need to work like we have a purpose. There are so many folks. I mean, granted, I know why do I go to work? I want to get paid. Okay, that's you're going to get paid no matter what. I mean, that's easy. You're going to do something and you're going to get compensated for it. But what about your purpose? I mean, when you go to work, wherever your work is, whatever you do, 1099, W2, entrepreneur, what is your purpose? Like, do you work like Do you work like you have a purpose? Do you work on purpose? You know what I'm saying? Do you have a purpose? Because you need to know that. And the purpose, this is what's important. Purpose ignited. This is what I believe. Why so many folks are, again, this feeling of I don't know how to make my work meaningful. There's no joy in it. Well, purpose ignited, okay, is the fuel that keeps you going, that makes you have a sense of meaningfulness, that you're doing something. What you're doing truly makes a difference, and you have an internal satisfaction with it, not just the paycheck. Sure, when we're early in our lives, and early could be 40 or 20 or 50 for some of us, oh, the money is everything. And y'all, have y'all learned in the last 22 months what money can, where it comes and how it goes? Have you seen what's priceless? Can always make more money. Can't always get new lungs, though. Can't always be able to breathe. I think we've learned that. So, with that being said, purpose ignited, which means having just purpose, knowing it isn't enough. Light that fire. Okay. Light that fire in the belly. Light it up. It's the fuel that keeps you going. And when you don't have an ignited purpose, when you have none, zero, nada, that's called burnout. Burnout, also known as stress. Also, no, you ain't got no fuel. You can't do anything. You're done, right? And burnout, ubered, okay, hyper burnout, okay. It happens all the time, and so you have to be able to reignite that purpose. Not just knowing, like, I mean, I know my purpose. I say, I have a message. We want to get to the masses. You guys know I love to talk, but beyond that, just chatterbox, and I know some of y'all think I do, but I'm gonna hit that one another time. The point is, I know my why, and I have to reignite it, and I make sure that all the activities that I do, or the accomplishments, I'd rather say that word, but the accomplishment driven activities that I do, because I'm all about satisfaction. I'm all about purpose. I'm all about meaningful work. I want to make sure that all the things I physically do, or the mechanics of what I do, fits that ignited purpose. So here are some questions that you want to ask yourself in terms of, how do I light that flame? How do I light it up, right? That purpose, so I can make sure my work, my workmanship, the quality of what I do and where I do it really matters, that it really makes a difference. Who am I? Yeah, you ask that question. The job can't answer, ain't your boss's responsibility. This is yours. This is yours. Who am I? Where and how can I contribute? And I know, I mean, you might be just on the job and we're thinking here, but think outside of the box too, guys. I see the world as a universe. I'm not just stuck on Mars. I'm like looking at all the planets, right? Where can I contribute? If I don't get enough at the job, maybe there's some things I need to do in my 5 to 9. Volunteer work, get engaged, get involved with something that really matters to me, so I can have a sense of contribution. It's also important to be extremely self-aware. You all know how I feel about self-awareness. A self-aware person is a powerful force. I mean, unbelievably powerful force. So you got to know what you want. You have to know what you want, and you need to know what you don't want. And yes, there's flexibility in both. Okay. I mean, let's use common sense as well. All right. But be real. Spend some time to figure out what you want and what you don't want. You all hear it from me all the time. I know I am the extra extrovert. I have had a tough time keeping it just with one or two people in a room. I mean, it has, but I've learned some things about myself. Who knew, right? Who knew? So I could maybe hybrid in both ways, but I know if I had to choose, oh yeah, bring me to the party with 100 people. I am so comfortable in that space. So an example of knowing what I want. I'm not saying I don't want that croissant today. I'm saying I know from a macro level, I really feed off the energy of people. So whatever I do, wherever I contribute, I mean, why am I doing TV all the time, right? So it's that's where I feed. And so I wouldn't know that if I haven't done my homework to figure out who I am. So, with all of this being said, what does all this mean to you? What does it mean to you? You can make your work more meaningful, but there's a three-part process here. And yes, the employee and the talent, you got to be honest with yourself. You got to be real. Have that real conversation. And if you're still trying to lie about it, get folk that you know, like, and trust, folks that will tell you the truth. Okay. Where do you fit? Where when they see you contributing or doing your work, maybe others can have a different perspective on what you're doing versus you talking to the person in the mirror. So tap inside, invest some time to figure out more about you so you can know where you're fitting on the job. To the job folks, come on. Employers, I know it's tough out there. I know it is. But there are some things that you can do at the human level that can affect your bottom line, right? It really can, because people are quitting. If you didn't know, now you know. They will leave, but they will stick around if they know that you're engaged with them, that you're making a safe environment, and that, of course, the earning potential they have can be increased based on their value and their contribution. So, what is my push up as we think about meaningful work this season? To be aware is to be alive. Yeah, just that simple. So when you're unaware, I swear, I believe you're not alive. You're kind of like static. You're just not moving. You're like that little slug. Just takes forever to get somewhere. Don't be that person in your career, life, or business. So take that push up. To be aware is to be alive. It's something that you can do for this week. You guys be blessed. Thank you so much for being a part of our show today. And remember, find us anywhere and everywhere at TCE TV. I'm going to put it up here. Y'all know I'm scrolling through all kinds of stuff. You can find us. It's coming, y'all. Here it is. Yes, I'm going to keep I'm going to keep the camera rolling. It's coming, or maybe it's not coming. There it is. Boom. You can find us everywhere. TCEnow.com, whichever platform you're enjoying us on. Make sure you subscribe. Send us a comment. We love your comments and your feedback. And yes, we do respond. Or hit me up right here at the website, tcenow.com. You can send me a question or comment, or email me info@tcenow.com. So you guys be blessed, stay safe, and remember, don't get anxious. Always be prepared.